Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Larry. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. Today's video is about this transformation I did on this gorgeous lady. Yeah, so without wasting much of your time, let's get the video rolling.
1, 2, 3, funky.
So to start off, I'll be using the Catrice Prep and Prime to prep her face. Yes, and I'll be using my Flormar Cosmetics loose powder in the shade Light Sand to kind of set her brows. Now I'm using my spoolie brush to brush her brow into place. I'm using a brow pencil from Flormar Cosmetics, which is in the shade, I've forgotten the but it's a dark brown shade. Yeah, it's one of my oldest pencil, but I don't know, I decided to use it on hair. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe down below, click on notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm just outlining her brows, and the video is kind of self-explanatory, so I'll let you guys enjoy it, but I'll kind of explain where I think it's a little bit confusing, or if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm just filling in her brows like so, using the spoolie brush to brush, to bring the product at the inner part of her brows, if that makes sense. So to conceal, I'll be using the BH Cosmetics concealer and foundation palette to conceal her brow. I use that same concealer to conceal the upper part of her brows, but I'll be using the AOA Wonder Cover Concealer in the shade Cool Tan as her eyeshadow base. I'm sorry guys, I'll be using that AOA Wonder Cover Concealer as a eyeshadow base. Yes. So the palette I'll be using is the Gorgeous Me Beauty Glazed Gorgeous Me palette. My first shade is this shade right here. Yes. So because I'm using a white base, I went ahead with this nude shade, yes, this particular shade, to blend the edge of that first shade I used, just like so. Yeah, and I'll be going back with the first shade I used earlier on. So to get a clean canvas to cut my crease, I use the Top Face micellar water to to clean her crease, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I use the AOA Wonder Cover concealer in the shade Cool Tan to cut her crease. Yeah, so for the shade I'll be going in with, and we did a full cut crease. Yeah, you see how pretty that shade looks. This is one of the shades that I have never used in this palette. It looks so pretty. Yeah, and please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe down below. Share the video if you can. Just support me. Yeah, so guys, I went back with this shade and the other shade I used earlier on to kind of blend any demarcation between both shades, if that makes sense. Yeah, those two shades, and I kind of extended a brush, yeah, on top of it to blend any demarcation, just like so. And I went back with a different brush to further blend everything seamlessly. And the liner I'm using is from Maybelline Master Ink Liner. One thing about this lady is she blinked her eyes more than necessary in this whilst I was filming this video. Only God knows. Even blending of concealer was a problem whilst I was highlighting. So to prime her face, I'm using the Pond's primer, mattifying primer, and the foundation I used was LA Girl Pro Matte foundation in the shade Warm Caramel. Yeah, so she has never used applied lashes. This is the first time applying lashes, so it was kind of rough for me, but we made it work. So I forgot to kind of color correct, but since the foundation was full coverage, it kind of did the magic. Yeah, I kind of did the magic, but you guys should just bear with me because I don't know, she was blinking her eyes. Blending the under eye was a huge problem for me, but all the same the look came out perfectly. I wanted to smoke out the outer her under eye, use my mascara to kind of increase, but I'm even confused. It turned out well, yeah, because we all have first time for everything. This is the first time of putting on makeup. So to highlight, I use the AOA Wonder Cover Concealer in the shade Cool Tan to highlight, and I kind of wanted to build the coverage, so I used 2 concealer. After this, I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade, oh, I've forgotten the shade. I'll leave it in the description box. I've forgotten the shade. So guys, here we go. The struggle was very real. She'll look up, she'll just be blinking her eye. And she was full of smile throughout the video. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe down below. Yes, subscribe down below. This even looked perfect in this video, the way I was struggling to blend the under eye concealer. So to contour, I use the Flormar Cosmetics Fusion Power Foundation in the shade 30, SF30, to do her contouring. So to set the places where I highlighted and contoured, I'm using the Flormar Cosmetics loose powder in the shade Light Sand to highlight, and you can see how I was struggling. Yeah. And before highlighting, I use the shade Bronze Sand to kind of set a entire face, or the places where I contoured, if that makes sense. I use the Bronze Sand to highlight the place where I highlighted, to set the place where I highlighted rather, and I use the Bronze Sand to set the place where I contoured, and I use the Light Sand back to bake. So to set the place where I contoured, I think I'm talking a lot. I'm using the Catrice contour palette. I think this is the limited edition. It's an old palette though. To set the places where I contoured. So time for blush. And you guys will see how she was blushing. So to highlight, I'll be using Makeup Revolution Sugar 2 palette. Sugar 2 palette to highlight. And you guys will see the glow. The glow. Yes, you see the glow. I think the look was not even beautiful on camera. The way she was looking was I was in love with the look, guys. I was so much in love. So for her lips, I used the Flormar Cosmetics lip pencil. I've forgotten the number. And I went in with Flormar Cosmetics nude lipstick. Yeah, but I'll leave all in the description box. Yes, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Since she was having problem with me blending her under eye and stuff, I applied the mascara a little bit and I kind of used a kohl pencil underneath on her waterline. Yeah, I used a Forever 52 kohl pencil on her waterline, and I just used a little mascara to curl her natural lashes with the forces. That was even a struggle. So guys, if you have not subscribed, subscribe. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. So I went back with the Makeup Revolution highlight to highlight her brow bone. Yeah, and if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe down below. Subscribe. This is our final look, guys. This is our final look. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, comment, share. So until we meet again, bye. But continue watching.